Hello, VC, and welcome back to the show that never ends. Welcome to my man cave. This is a video today for my friend and your friend too, Beth. Beth at Miss 80s. She used to be B-sides, not the B-sides, but B-sides. There were two of them. It was very confusing, especially for somebody like me. They were both great people, great ladies. The one Beth that we speak of changed her channel to Red Rum Records, or was it Random Records? I always get confused. Either way, I think it was Red Rum. Either way, it was a great channel. She got bored with it and left the VC. She had like 3,500 subscribers, and this was a couple years ago. A lot of the newer people may or may not remember her with her channels previous to now, but it was wonderful. You only see her hands and not her face. Anyway, she has the new channel, Miss 80s, and she's hit 500, so she wants to celebrate with the number 5 and show 5 things. She talked about during the pandemic when people were doing those random videos, like my 5 this or my 5, Bill Evans CDs, or show 5 things that are going to relate to music and or movies. I was thinking my Quentin Tarantino soundtrack collection, but I show that way too much. So I'm going with autographs. Hope it's okay. K-Fan Radio, Texas Rebel Radio, buddy. Autographs, Todd Snyder. Can you see that? Crazy good singer-songwriter. He signed that when he first broke on the scene after his first album. Also, can you see under that is Billy Kilmer, a world-famous quarterback for the Washington Redskins. Got Jerry Jeff Walker, the legendary Jerry Jeff. And right there, under Jerry Jeff, can you see it, is the beautiful Kelly Willis. Up top, we got, can you even see it anymore? Maybe, Leroy Parnell. Leroy Parnell was a friend of mine. He was such a cool guy. Very down to earth, an amazing guitar player. It wasn't really fair to lump him with country music because he could rock out, he could play the blues. Leroy Parnell is an amazing guitar player. And that's some autographs I picked up in radio. Also, I'm counting that as 1. Robert Earl King, thank you for playing the new album, which was Picnic. If you could see that. Thank you for playing Picnic, Robert Earl King. I have one from... my mind just went completely water. My mind went blank, man. Anyway, this is Bruce Henderson. He, on the Americana charts back in the 90s. And this is the coolest thing I think I've got as far as autographs. Abramore. I find myself in all the strangest places. What a cool autograph to have, a postcard from her. The guy who sang Beat Up Ford. I knew the guy. I met him several times, and his name just went out of my head. But I had a thank you card from him. And anyway, let's move forward for Beth. I'm going to show some more autographs. A lot of these people, man, they're not household names. But in the 90s, if you were hanging out in Austin, Texas, the San Antonio, or the Hill Country, and you were into Americana, no matter where you lived, you knew these people. Google them if you don't. Kimmy Rhodes, she's had several people record her music, including the dude from Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler. Willie Nelson's recorded her stuff. And many, many more people. She sang with a lot of people back up. Kimmy Rhodes is an amazing songwriter. Christine Albert. Again, she is still going at it. Christine Albert is an amazing singer, songwriter, and these guys are respected by the music industry. They may not be household names, but the musicians know who they are. The band Venice. I interviewed these guys, and a week later they were on live with Regis and Kathy Lee. Wonderful vocal group. They were instrumental as well, but they had amazing, amazing harmony. The band Venice, and they were really, really kind-hearted people. Richard the 10th Heyman, Richard X Heyman. Gosh, this guy was a good singer-songwriter. I'm sure most people have heard of this cat. Check his music out on Spotify or YouTube. My friend, I can honestly say my friend, Heather Miles. Not only is she beautiful, she's an amazing country, western, Texas-style singer-songwriter. Steve Forbert. We all know Forbert. He had that big hit in the 70s, Romeo's Tune. Got to interview him. Got to hang out with him at lunch. He played in our studio. Wonderful musician, wonderful human being, Steve Forbert. Got two more. This one I always show. He's my buddy, Joe King Carrasco. Ow! Joe King, you gotta scream. That dude screams through the concert, jumping around. Joe King Carrasco. And last but not least, the first man to take Mike Tyson the distance at a title fight. First one to do 12 rounds with them. He's a bad man. He's James Bone Crusher Smith. He hit so hard. I mean, he was just knocking people out. Brutally knocking people out. Bone Crusher Smith was a great fighter. He won the WBC championship, knocking out Tim Witherspoon in the first round with one straight right hand. And he later on became a Baptist preacher. And I met him through my father. My father actually hung out with him. Can you believe that? And played golf with him long after he retired. Anyway, that was more than 5, Beth. It was more than 5. Forgive me, Beth. If that disqualifies me, I get it. I just wanted to do this out of much respect for your channel. Much love for you and what you do for the VC. You keep it so simple and basic. It's about music. It's about movies. It's not about an ego trip. Beth, Miss 80s, congratulations on 500 again. This is like the 3rd time you've done this. Please don't hit 1,000 because it seems like every time you hit 1,000, you drop out of the VC. Peace, everybody.